All right, so I got cut off, and that was supposed to happen because the outcome was dope. So I'm gonna just go through this little sequence because this how my mind works. So the phone cut off. It said the storage was low, and I was immediately frustrated because I mean I've been doing this for a minute, so I've learned, certain things will happen if I don't take precautions, right? Like the low storage. So I'll put my phone on airplane mode so that calls won't come through. And if I'm somewhere where I have a plug, I'll plug the phone up so that I don't get the low battery joint if I ramble however long. And I try to make sure I delete any of my previous videos, and then also empty, the little track, because when you delete stuff, it don't just leave your phone and go in that little folder. So anyway, I try to do all of that stuff so that I don't deal with this. So I did it. It cut me off. I instantly was frustrated, like, hey, I try to, and then I realized what I did wrong. So as soon as I realized what I did wrong, then I was actually like, my frustration went away immediately, because it was just like validation of, man, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to, it's really not room to be worried about this unimportant stuff. So what's the unimportant stuff? Why didn't I have the storage to do the video? Because I downloaded all these dating apps that I don't even really be on a regular basis. It's, I don't know, it's probably like 8 dating apps that I'll download from time to time and cycle through. And then it's like 3 that I might be consistent with. But if they on there, it's taking up space. So then I was like, that's dope, because if I'm doing what I'm supposed to, it'll pretty much force me to cut out the stuff that I'm not supposed to do. So with everything I've been saying, so everything matters. So as soon as that happened, connected those dots, and it was just like, instant validation that this is what it's gonna take. If I focus on the right things, the other stuff will fall in place. So realized that, deleted all the unnecessary stuff off my phone, so that then it went to the next thing of what's important enough for me to keep on my phone. Because just because I delete something, I can always download it when I need it. It's certain stuff that I use enough that I can justify keeping on my phone, and it's certain stuff that I want to. So like, it's a language app, I want to learn Spanish, so I'm not gonna delete that app even if I don't use it, because eventually I'll use it, and I'll start using it if that's the only stuff on my phone, and take all the rest of the stuff off. So just off that, it's like, boom, that's progress right there, because it's something that I was in a habit of doing, deleting these apps. And I would get on an app and I ain't been on there in weeks or months, and then I got messages that's super old, and it's like, and it obviously, I mean, you like profiles, everybody that you like don't like you. So if it's a match, then the hope would be that you would at least be able to, have a little back and forth with the person to see if y'all worth, pursuing each other, just getting to know each other. And like, for me, man, I'm just being real. I don't have no time for female friends. I don't. Cause it's no benefit. Like, and I'm not saying that to take a shot at women, but it's like, I don't deal with none of the stuff I deal with males that I deal with women. So yeah, and I'm already gonna do certain things and make certain concessions for a romantic relationship, but these days it's like women just expect you to do that, even if. So anyway, I don't want to start on a little side tangent because that really wasn't part of whatever. So point is, if I'm doing this, if I don't keep that stuff, under control, then it does interfere with this, because then my video cutting off because I got a bunch of date naps downloaded that really don't serve no purpose. I only have interest in getting to know one person at a time. But I will not continue talking to a person once they show me that I don't want to continue to get to know them. So I'll only get to know people well enough to get to a point where I don't want to talk to them no more. And that's fine, because it only take one person. But I'm not going to keep entertaining those people. I don't save numbers. I don't block people. I just, like, at the point where I'm done, we both done, because that's what happened. People talk about being ghosted, and it's like, okay, I guess if you're the last person that reached out, which typically that's what it is with me, because, like, I don't want to be a dick, but at the rate, I'm not going to put a lot of effort in it, and I don't have a problem with somebody ghosting me, like, because if that's how they felt, like, we don't need to really be talking anyway. So I talk to a lot of women, but I haven't I think my record is 3 or 4 conversations. I know it's 4 at this point. So yeah, what is that? But also doing my part, because if I do want somebody in my life, I can't just, I doubt somebody finna walk up in my mom's yard like, timeshare Clarence, like, I was looking for you. But I don't enjoy clubs. I can enjoy, I've been like a lounge, some music, food, drinks. I can enjoy that, but just being real, like, I never really know how to dance. So it's like, that's what you go to, in my mind, because, and maybe, I gotta learn. So it was dope, this whole process. So boom, all right, I delete all of this stuff, and then my lips was dry, and I could have just said forget it, but I know I had my chapstick, so I'm feeling in my pockets and I can't find it, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess I gotta go in the house, where that's a choice, because I could have just been like, forget it, because there have been times where I just been out here with my mouth dry, just, like, it is what it is. But I'm like, all right, I am trying to be mindful of me creating situations to inconvenience myself when the resolution is so simple. So, all right, this is one of those situations, Clarence. You can just chalk it up, be out here, or you can just go get the chapstick, which is gonna take you a minute. So I'm like, all right, yeah. So now is this succession of things, like, is boom, that happened, and that was some that validated a thought process I've been having frequently recently, and then the next thing happened that does the same thing, that just reinforce it. and now this is the next thing. And it's like, because it's the choices that we make. I could think about this and not do it, so it's what we do. So it's like, all right, well, I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing, right? And because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm actually getting more out of it than I would have got if I didn't do what I'm supposed to be doing, right? Because I'm not trying to make stuff hard on myself. And so now I'm going in to get the chapstick, walk in. Oh, and so I started looking at the other video to see if it's saved, and like it looked like, you know, my beard was like uneven. Like, so I go in there, try to tighten that up, and then I come back out, but depending on where I was sitting, well, let me not skip ahead. All right, so I go in, clean that up, because I just, you know, I saw myself just feeling some kind of way about it. And again, it's something I can take care of real quick. So also, because I'm sitting outside, it was more of a shadow than anything, and I realized that by moving around, because I went in there and I did what I did and I came out, and then it looked, but then I realized, like, if I was turned a certain way, it's like a shadow. But either way, simple fix, which lead to a better outcome, because it don't gotta be perfect, right? But it can't be distracting. So it was before. I'm like trying to cover it up, feeling some kind of way. Now it's like I'm sitting out here, I'm at an angle where the sun hitting it, that ain't making it look crooked to me, and it's not a distraction. So I go in there and do that, and then I'm like, but I came in here for the chapstick. So I go in the guest room that I'm staying in, and my little jacket is on the bed. Where's the chapstick? It's in the jacket pocket, right? Because I had the jacket on because it's cold out here. So now is that. And I'm just like, this is just so crazy how unrelated things still like just fall in a sequence to create the best outcome possible, because it's you see it in real time. Like, out of these decisions, all of these things I could have chose not to do, and it still would have been an outcome, because I still would have recorded, but I just would have continued what I was talking about, which honestly at this point I don't even know. All right, but because all of this stuff happened, it gave me something better to talk about, right? Because this, it really, it blows my mind how quick you'll see results if you actually focusing on something. So I'm just trying to be the best me, but everything matters, and that proves it to me. And that's all that matters, because yeah, I would be glad if people could listen to this and benefit from it, but I'm gonna be better because I listen to it and benefit from it, and it is for me. And I'm glad I had the opportunity to do it, but just for, and again, none of that stuff, I wouldn't, it's not even related. It's a bunch of random things, but it still is a sequence, you know. But it's just validation. Like, yeah, man, worry about the little stuff, because that's the big stuff. And if that's the mentality, like, I'll figure it out, and I will. Oh, so it was something else. So goodness. So the low storage, to the delete the dating apps, to the chapstick, to the clean this up, to now the jacket and all of these things. But in the process, because I wanted to look at the other video, So is that why I did it? Why did I do it? Now, it was a reason. I wanted to look at something. Either way, in this whole process, something else happened that was still the same thing, like this whole validation. So I had the phone on airplane mode, but for some reason I had to turn it off in this process of doing whatever I was doing. And when I turned it back on, then like somebody had reached out to me about a job. So then I, had that little communication, and then I got back to it. But all of that stuff happened within, a few minutes. And it's all from one small decision, and then it's another one, and we have these opportunities all day, every day, and like, just gotta stop missing them. And it ain't big stuff, it's small stuff, because I know this is gonna benefit me, because again, my faith in God don't really waver. I know I'm gonna get where I'm going, but it's like, it's still the uncertainty of how long it's gonna take. But some, like, this sequence is like, it really won't take that long if you really commit to it, because you could talk about it or you could be about it. Like, and I could just be talking about it and it would have been a completely different outcome, because I wouldn't have made the decisions and did the things that I did. But that's really where my head is at, and I can see, as long as I maintain that, like, it really won't take that long. So yeah, that was dope. And thank God, I really, like, that's what he gave me for the day. Because when I came out here, again, I don't know what I was talking about, but I listened to it because it was still something that I needed to talk about, because I make my little notes if it was the questions, and that's real. So even that's like nail on the head for real, because that right there, all of the other things really boil down to what I want my life to look like, and me doing the things that I need to do to make it look like that. And that's a prime example, and that was dope.